Welcome back to the economics class. In the previous class, we had discussed about how climate, season or weather impacts the demand. Now, in this class, we will see the last factor which is affecting the demand. Among the things which we have discussed, this is the last. There are some other factors also which is impacting the demand. So, advertisement. How does advertisement impact the demand? So, consider there is one automobile company. Which are the different automobile companies that are there in the market? Maruti Suzuki is there, then Hyundai is there, Tata is there, then GM Motors is there, then like this many other, Mahindra is there, like this many other automobile manufacturing companies are there. There are 6 to 7 automobile manufacturing company. Now imagine that Hyundai will start marketing aggressively. Now, for example, consider a car, for a Maruti Swift car, which is a competitor for Maruti Swift car from the Hyundai. In Hyundai, you will find Hyundai Eon or Hyundai i10 or Hyundai i20. These are the competitor for Swift car. Now, imagine Swift car's competitor, which are those? Hyundai i20 is there. Now, Hyundai i20, Tata Indigo, then Mahindra, Toyota Etios. These are the competitors. Etios, Swift and i20. These 3 cars. Imagine, take for example only these 3 cars. Now, Maruti Suzuki's Swift they will not advertise that much. And Hyundai i20, what it will do? It will advertise more. Whenever you on the TV, you will find only i20's advertisement, or whenever you on the TV, you will find only Toyota Etios advertisement. Now, what will happen after by seeing same advertisement repeatedly? People's image of the Maruti Swift car in their mind will go away. Swift cars imagination that will be having in their mind, or the recall value of the Swift car in their mind will go away. Why? Because i20 and Etios, they are advertising more. So what people will think? They will not give much importance to Swift car. They will go for that i20 car only, and they will go try it. They will think again and again and again, and they will at last they will purchase the i20 itself, because before purchasing also they were seeing lot of advertisements of i20 itself. They are not finding any advertisement in the television or in the outdoor advertisement about the Swift car. Now, when they do the test drive and they come back, after coming home also again they will see the i20's advertisement itself. So in their mind it will be fixed that i20 should be bought, or more number of people are buying the i20. Similarly, nowadays you can find it during the IPL, there is advertisement about Dream 11. Dream 11 is the official sponsor of IPL, and you can find advertisement of My 11 Circa. These are both are gaming apps, or the apps on which you can bid and you can win money. You can win real money. Now, these ads are shown repeatedly. They are shown while match is being played. They are somewhere in the corner. It is shown, and during the intervals or after every over, whenever the wicket is taken, they are showing these apps ad only. Now, people what they will think, again and again they will see that app, the advertisement. They will see it again and again and again. Now, at last they will get so much fed up that let me download and see what it is there. Even though this app is not useful for me, I am not going to use this app. Let me download it and see what is there in this app. Why they are downloading it, this app? Not because they wanted, they are demanding that. They are downloading this app because they are seeing that advertisement repeatedly. So much advertisement they are doing, let me see what is there in this app. People will think and they will download this app. Now the demand for these apps is increasing. Because of what? Because they are advertising more. Now it doesn't mean that any product you advertise more, there will be more sales. The sales might increase up to a certain extent, but it doesn't mean that your profit will increase, because if you are advertising, your cost for advertising will also increase. You have to think, how much I am spending to advertise, that much profit will I get after selling. So if there is a match between that, then only you have to advertise more. Certain products will be there which will be of in no demand. You cannot create the demand by doing the advertisement. What you can do is, your demand which is already there in the market, you can increase that market, increase that demand. If there is no demand at all for your products, for example, in the summer season, if you are advertising about the raincoat, how much ever you advertise it, there will be no demand for that, because people don't want that product. Whereas supposing you are in a rainy season, you are selling raincoat, and some other company comes into the market, and if they start aggressive advertising more, then people will shift from your brand to their brand, because that time there will be demand for that product, and out of the companies which are providing that particular product, which company advertises more, people will buy that more, because they will be having that recall value in their mind. Whenever you see any advertisement in the television, you will not forget the product after the advertisement goes away. Even though the advertisement will be for less than 1 minute, less for 30 seconds, for 20 seconds, for 1 minute, only that short period of time the advertisement will be there. Advertisement will be not of 5 minutes or 10 minutes or 15 minutes. Maximum advertisement will be of the 1 to 2 minutes advertisement will be there. When you see that advertisement for only 1 to 2 minutes, now when you go into the market, when you see the same product or the same brand, same company's name in the shop, you will remember that advertisement which you had seen in the television. So you will purchase that only. So like this, advertisement is done more and more and more by the companies to enhance their sales, to increase their sales, not to create the demand. Demand is already there in the market. They are just making sure that they are able to be in the people's mind more than their competitors. So like this, advertisement impacts the demand. Now we have seen the different factors which impact the demand. These are not the only factors. There are other factors as well, like competitors. If many competitors are there, it means that your demand for your products will be less. For example, there is a demand for 1 lakh mobile phones in the market, and there are 10 mobile phone seller. That 1 lakh will be divided in among 10 players or among 10 sellers. Among the 10 sellers, who performs better in terms of providing service to the people, establishing their brand, giving the right price, that company's sales will be more. Like this, many other impacts are there. Are natural calamities. So like for example, now COVID-19 pandemic is there. Because of COVID-19 pandemic, what has happened? The demand for the mask, face mask, the demand for the sanitizer, the demand for the immunity boosting products, the demand for immunity boosting products is increasing. So, but that is natural calamity is not mentioned in this list. So if it is not mentioned in this list, it doesn't mean that it is of not importance. Natural calamity is also one of the important. Competitor is not mentioned in the list. Competitor is also one of the important. Supposing if the 1 lakh mobile phones are being sold and 10 players are there, suddenly 5 players exit from the market. 5 companies exit from the market. Now you can see, you must have heard that Harley Davidson, which was selling the premium bikes, it has exited from the Indian market. In the Indian market, for Harley Davidson, which was a competitor, Royal Enfield was a competitor, or Yamaha was the competitor, or Kawasaki was the competitor. Now Harley Davidson has exited from the market. It has pulled out from the Indian market because it didn't find Indian market as a viable option. It did not find profitable Indian market as a profitable, because even though Indian market had a huge market, number of buyers in the Indian market are very much, there is large number of population, but what is the demand for the Harley Davidson? Demand for the Harley Davidson means people who wish to purchase Harley Davidson and who are ready to pay, that those people are very less, because their bike cost more than 5 lakh, 10 lakh rupees for a bike. Now the people who are willing to spend 5 lakh or 10 lakh for a Harley Davidson bike are very less in Indian market. So they exited from the Indian market. When they exited from the Indian market, it is advantage for a demand for Royal Enfield or demand for Kawasaki Ninja, such types of bikes, premium bikes. Supposing Harley Davidson is costing 10 lakh rupees. then the demand for the bike which is costing 5 lakhs, 4 lakhs, 3 lakhs will be increasing, because few people who were wanted to buy Harley Davidson, now they will buy the alternative which is available in the Indian market. So like this, the number of competitors in the market will also impact the demand for the particular product. Now other than what we have discussed, the natural calamities, the competitors, then next, for example, the brand value. If the company has a good brand value, then the demand for that changes. Now other than this brand value, then again one more factor is regulatory authority, that is government will also impact the demand. How? For example, few years back you must have heard about Maggi. There was some toxic material in the Maggi. So what happened? Demand for Maggi drastically decreased or came down. The people who had Maggi, purchased Maggi from the shop, went back and gave it to the retailers. The retailers sent it back to the company. Why? Because government found that there is some poisonous substance in the Maggi which is bad for the health of the people. So again what happened? The sales of the Maggi came down to zero. Now after again the Maggi, it changed its manufacturing process, and again with the permission of the government it reintroduced into the market. So like this, government will also impact the demand. So like this, various reasons are there for the change in demand. Now companies understand, or they study, or they analyze the factors which impact demand. Why? Because they want to prepare themselves to have minimum impact or less impact or positive impact. They don't want to have negative impact because of these factors. Whatever these factors are there, these factors are going to be there forever, and these factors are going to impact the demand. Now what impact does it have on the demand? What type of impact it can have? It can have a positive impact. Positive impact means demand might increase. It might have no impact, or it might have negative impact. So what companies want to do, whenever these factors affect the demand for their products, they want to make sure that that impact is always positive only. There should not be any negative impact. Now when this is, they find that the future, for example, future expectation. Now imagine in the month of October. Now in the month of October, Deepavali is there. In the month of August or in the month of September, sales of car or sales of high value products will be less, because people want to purchase more during the Deepavali season itself. During the Deepavali season itself, they want to purchase more. So what the companies will do, they will start decrease manufacturing during the August and September season. Why? Because they know that their demand for their products will be more in the Deepavali season. So future expectation means, and people, why they want to buy during the Deepavali season? Because people know that during the Deepavali season there will be heavy discount offered by different companies. Different companies will offer heavy discount, so they want to take a benefit of that discount. So people are expecting that during the Deepavali season there will be heavy discount, products will become cheaper. So the demand for the different products will be less in the month of August and September. So what companies will do, they know that the demand will be less for the high value products such as car, bike, television, AC, all such products. The demand will be less during this month of October and August and September. So in the month of August and September, they will minimize their advertising, they will minimize their cost, they will minimize their distribution expenses. But in the month of October, they will be ready for giving discount, for giving benefit to the people, so that and making their sales maximum during the Deepavali season. So like this, these all factors are kept in mind by the companies, because they want to make sure, or how do they make sure that these have the positive impact? Because when these changes, when there is change in price, or there is change in income distribution, when there is change in standard of living of the people, when there is change in the future expectation, when there is change in new innovative product is being introduced, when there is change in advertised climate, these changes are there in these factors, companies will make some changes in their product. According to these changes, companies will make changes in their products, so that positive impact is there because of this. Because of these factors, there is a positive impact on the sales of their product. Like this, the factors affecting the demand is very important for a companies. They should always have an eye or have a watch on the factors which are impacting the demand for any company, so that there will be always the positive impact because of the change. Whatever the change might be there, if the number of buyers in the market are becoming less, because of number of buyers are, if the numbers of buyers are less, it means that the demand is going to come down. Now, how to make, if when the demand comes down, how to make sure that there is a minimum impact because of that? Even though if the demand comes down, the profit should be of the company should not be affected. Then what companies will do? They will start selling into the new market. They will find new market where the number of purchases are more. Now, Harley Davidson, what it has exited from Indian market? Why? Because number of people who wish to buy the Harley Davidson and who have the capacity to buy the Harley Davidson are very less. It will leave that market and go into some other market where there are more number of buyers who wish to purchase and who have the ability to purchase. Like this, any example you take, companies will make sure that there is a positive impact of that factor on the demand. When there is a positive impact of any factor on the demand, it means that demand is increasing. When the demand is increasing, the sales of the product of the company is increasing. When the sales is increasing, they are getting more profit. When they get the more profit, what they do? They can distribute among the employees more. They can give the increment. They can design new product. They can invest in research and development. When they introduce new or innovative product, again their sales will increase, their demand will increase, their brand value increasing. So everything is dependent upon demand. Demand is dependent upon these factors. The companies want to make sure that these factors have positive impact upon the demand. So these are the factors affecting the demand. Next topic will continue in the next class. Thank you.